women in the country. Each week, millions of viewers tune in to see her trying to cope with, who is he, her husband? Oh yeah, Arthur. Arthur's, I like the show. Arthur's nervous breakdown and Michelle's nervous marriage. She had a long and successful career before the EastEnders, so would you please welcome our final guest tonight, Wendy Richardson. I think you watched the show last week,
I did, yes. She had Mandy Rice-Davies on. I worked with her in 1960.
1960?
Yes.
And you admit that publicly?
No, I think she wanted to be an actress, you see. We did Sammy Davis Jr. Meets the Girls, and we had all these lovely girls on the programme. And I was very young at the time. I was very much in awe of her and all the other girls because they were so sophisticated. Anyway, you gave her a glass of champagne.
Oh, just by chance I've got some here. There you go. I think she still does want to be an actress, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's still working on it. Shall I pour?
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Very well. Now, you said that was 1960. You had a hit single in 1962, didn't you?
That's right, yes. Come Outside.
And how much did you get paid for that?
15 quid.
There you go. It's about how much I get for this show. It's unbelievable. And what I knew you for, before EastEnders, of course, you were known as Miss Brahms.
That's
in
right.
the comedy classic, Are You Being Served?
That's right.
Which was John Inman mincing around and all that stuff going on every week.
Yes.
Was that fun to do?
Oh, it was fantastic. You see, we actually worked together from 1972 to 1984, and we were like a family. And we all got on well together, a really good team. And actually, it's still going out in New Zealand. Somebody sent me a TV Times from over there. It's going out every night, thank you. And no, it was a fun programme. I mean, it was hard work, but with light entertainment, you don't work the long hours that we do on EastEnders at the moment. We used to be finished at lunchtime. It was quite good.
And Are You Being Served? I mean, you were in there for about 10 years, as you said. Were you worried that you were going to be typecast as the kind of busty, dumb blonde? And
well,
I suppose 10 years you kind of were, weren't you, really? But
well, it was a bit difficult getting other work. It's all right in light entertainment, but then there comes a time when you can't kid yourself. You can play dumb, busty blondes forever, you know. And actually, while I was doing Are You Being Served, I did a straight role in a West Country Tales, which was nice, playing a mother of 2 children. But
didn't you worked in a shop as well before you did Are You Being Served?
Yes. I got a job in Phoenix in Bond Street in the coat sale, and I was fired after the first day because I didn't sell anything.
And then
no good.
And then you got a part playing a shop assistant for 10 years.
Yes, I thought it was quite good, actually.
Better at acting than you are selling coats,
yes.
Obviously. Now, EastEnders, you spoke about a second ago. You play the kind of mumsy character in EastEnders. Did you expect to be cast in something like that after doing a Dolly Bird part for 10 years? Did you think that they would be broad-minded enough to give you that chance?
Well, Julia Smith, who created the series along with Tony Holland, I worked with her over 20 years ago when she was the new director when we were doing a BBC soap called The Newcomers. And Julia remembered me from that, and she invited me to play Pauline. And when she outlined the story to me, I thought any actress would be crazy to turn this down. Because I think it's the best female role to come out of the BBC for a long time.
It is a great part, isn't it?
It is, yes.
You hold them all together there.
Yeah, it's very depressing at times, though.
Yeah, it must be quite hard going in there sometimes, having to deal with, like, your kid run away from you and the other one got married to Lofty. That must be depressing.
Yeah.
And imagine that happening to your daughter, married to Lofty. It depresses me just thinking about it.
I know, I look at him, I think, God, do I really have to have this one as my son-in-law? You know, especially when he gets to the giggles. I can't cope with it.
What do you think about American soaps? Because in America now, Joan Collins, who's considerably older than you are, is playing this kind of glamorous lead, and you've got the mumsy role. What do you think of Dallas and Dynasty?
Well, I've only watched them once when I was reviewing the soaps for the Daily Mirror, and I was quite appalled, actually. I mean, because we try to keep some sense of realism in our show, but you see them at breakfast in the morning, and there's 8 inches of makeup on. I mean, how dreadful to have to put up with that, you know. I think Joan Collins is great if you want to look like that. I mean, she's a stunning-looking woman for her age. And I don't mean that to sound unkind, but you know what I mean.
Well, I bet Lofty wouldn't get married, though, would he?
But I wouldn't like to be in Dallas or Dynasty.
So you wouldn't like to play that kind of glamorous part?
No, I just wish we were where the sunshine was, because Albert Square is the coldest place on God's earth, but that's all I envy.
You said it's depressing, because at the moment, you play Pauline Fowler, and your husband is having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a few things here. Maybe you could take in and try and cheer him up with. I mean, like maybe this is a beer can, you see, and it makes a farting noise. Do you think?
Yes, that's very good actually. I will take
and maybe
it.
you could try this on and surprise them or something. You going to give that a go, maybe?
Yeah.
See, I'm sure if it's the people who write EastEnders, this is the kind of stuff you should put in the show, because gritty realism. What else? This is fart gas. I don't know whether we want to spray that in here, really. Do you want to spray it?
No, but I know where it should be sprayed.
Thank you very much. I'll let you have this box after the show, and you can take them away with you. And I think it'll probably cheer them all up down there.
What are those?
These are Mickey Mouse ears, you see. You put them on your, you put them on your head. Oh, probably.
I think we should have had them in We should have had those in Are You Being Served, because Mr. Rumbold had rather large ears, didn't he?
So Clark Gable, it didn't hurt him any. Are there any other parts you haven't played that you'd really like to get into?
Well, if I could sing and dance, unfortunately I can do neither. I would have loved to have done a musical and played Annie Oakley or something like that.
But you haven't been offered anything like that?
No.
To stretch it. What about, I mean, in TV itself, I know you work really long hours and you work hard, but you get EastEnder mania is kind of on the country now.
I know.
It must be quite frightening when you go out sometimes.
It is, yes. It's a trial going round Tesco's these days, I can tell you.
You still have to go around Tesco's?
Yes, I do, yes.
Maybe we could get together and go shopping together.
Right.
No one recognises me and I quite like it. It'd be quite nice. And you collect frogs, don't you?
I do, yes.
That's right, not live frogs.
No, no. And when I've been on children's TV programmes and mentioned these frogs, the next week there are hundreds of them in the post, and kiddies send me froggy drawings and everything, which look very sweet. And my whole dressing room walls are all plastered with these drawings, and the dressing room is full, all the window ledge and everything is full of these little tiny frogs. But I do have some rather lovely china ones, I think, which I keep at home, my special ones.
But people send you these after shows and things?
They do,
I wish they'd send me things as nice as that. You should see what our mail's like.
I'll send you something next week.
Would you?
Yeah.
Anything in mind at the moment?
I'm not going to say it's going to be a surprise.
A nice surprise,
Yeah.
okay. Well, Pauline, sorry, Wendy. I did that character for a minute there. I'm desperate for a part on this show. Wendy, thanks so much for coming to see us today.
Thank you
very much.
asking me.
Wendy Richard. You might be wondering what happened to this week's phone messages. Well, we did get some phone messages last week, but you were all very naughty. We got lots of personal calls about me and the shape of my body and things like that, and very few things we could use on the show, and lots of swear words, which we can't possibly put on this time of night when all the kids are still watching. So we are going to give our number out. I think it's going out now.